So this video is manifesting on the go. Now you may work on some of the tools of the law of attraction, or you're meditating or journaling part of the day, maybe half an hour. But how about all those other 15, 16 hours that you are awake? Because our thoughts are constantly creating. We are full of energy and creative beings. So I'm going to go over today these techniques. I call it manifesting on the go. And it's for all those other times during the day when you're not meditating or doing some techniques for the law of attraction. They take just a few minutes and you can become a master manifester. I call it like a machine of abundance. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Gloria. I'm a certified life coach. I have information on that below. If you enjoy my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm here to help you become the happiest person you know. But let's go ahead and get started. So these steps that I'm going to go over today will help you become a machine of abundance. And abundance is just not prosperity or money. It could be in relationships, in the way you feel, in what's going on in your country, in your environment. It helps you become one of the happiest people you know. So let's talk about manifesting on the go. The first is to acknowledge. I want you to acknowledge that you constantly have thoughts, and those thoughts are creating your next reality. So always be aware and acknowledge that your thoughts are constantly in your head, and they're creative thoughts. The second is when you have these thoughts, and this will only take, once you become aware, that's when the change becomes. I want you to analyze those thoughts. And usually our thoughts are of three types. They are fear-based, they are abundance, or they're redundant. It's the same things over and over again. Kind of, if you ever listen to a song and then it could be hours later, the next day, you still have it in your head. Those are kind of redundant thoughts. Fear-based. Fear-based thoughts are, oh my gosh, what if I lose my job? What if I never am in a relationship? What if it's like the worst case scenario, the fear-based? We don't want those, because fear-based is the opposite of abundance. We want abundance thoughts. So be aware of what your thoughts are. Analyze them. Just takes a few seconds. And then the third is switch those thoughts. Switch them. Instead of, oh my gosh, what if I lose my job? What if I can't pay my bills? Instead, switch them immediately, and my needs will always be met. I know abundance and prosperity is coming into my life. Instead of, I'm lonely, I'm alone. No. The perfect timing is there, and I will find the perfect relationship. What I want is coming to me. Or if you aren't happy where you're living, or you're not happy where you're living, I know I will find the perfect place where I'm happy, content, and peaceful. So again, instead of the fear or redundant, on and on and on and on, switch them to something positive. The third is, even if you switch them, anything we want to manifest, it's important to have the emotions tied to it. The emotions are what propels and shortens the time frame to what comes into your life. So, and how do you feel the emotions? Just, you pause, put your hands over your heart, and if it's a relationship, I want you to think of somebody that you love. And how does that feel in that heart space? Think of somebody you love and that loves you. Maybe it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be your child, your mother, another family member, a good friend. And if it's the emotion you want of the prosperity, think of a time when you had everything you wanted. A time when you felt prosperous, when you got that first job, when you got that first paycheck. Think of how that felt. If you feel your relationship with your children is not going right, think of a time when it was. Get in touch with that emotion, hands over the heart, in that heart space. The fifth is affirmations. Affirmations are always in the present tense. So if you have those fear-based, those redundant things, instead switch it. And I am, powerful. That connects you with the divine, with divine intelligence. So I am prosperous. I am content. I am happy. I am in a wonderful relationship. That is like we said, we acknowledge them, but then switch those affirmations and get in touch with those emotions that we talked about in step 4. Step 6 is gratitude. I cannot emphasize this enough. Even if you don't have exactly what you want right now, be grateful for what you have. Whatever you're doing now is building the foundations. Think of a house, if it's with the bricks, with the foundation, you're building the foundation of your next reality, your next future. So be grateful for what you have. And what I always like to say, if I'm doing like we talked about the affirmations, I am prosperous. I am grateful for what I have. This is what I want. And I always say this or something better. And so it is. This or something better. And so it is. And the gratitude is putting yourself in a state, whatever you want, kind of almost like a visualization, that it has already happened. So you want that new job. How will you feel? Feel it's there. It's coming to you. You are a master manifester. And you could bring anything into your life that you want. Get rid of the time frames, but it's by the state of gratitude, you're going to reduce the time from the thoughts that you want to when it comes into your life. It works. The 7th is being present, being in the present moment. When we are fear-based, that is, we're in the future. What if? What if this happens? What if most of the time it never happens. So it's important. Manifesting occurs in the present moment. Our thoughts in the present moment. So how do you do this? You may find yourself in the future in that. There's a few simple techniques I'll go over right now. If your work, just pause. Take a pause and just take some deep centering breaths. Deep centering breaths. Think of your heart space too and bring yourself to the present moment. If that's one way. A second, see if you can step outside. If it's not too cold where you live. Step outside, barefoot on the grass. And if not, just step outside, breathe in. What do you smell? What do you see? How does it feel? Look at the cloud formations. That will bring you back to the present moment. The third, this is a real simple thing, go wash your hands. And we're doing that a lot lately, aren't we? But when you wash your hands, actually feel the soap. How does it look? How does it feel? Are there suds? Are there bubbles? What is the smell? And again, this will bring you back to the present. So do the breathing. Ground yourself by going outside and really noticing everything around you. The third, just wash your hands. Bring yourself back to the present moment. The present moment is always tolerable, and that's where our manifesting begins. So you can become this machine of abundance. I'm going to go over the few steps. Acknowledge, analyze, switch the thoughts, feel the emotions, do the affirmation, be in a state of gratitude, and stay in the present moment. I hope you enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. But I'm sending you lots of love and light until next time. And you know what? You can do this. Stay strong in the present moment, and what you want will come into your life. We are master creators.